Ciao nice people! Welcome to the stream! We are here on another episode of Critipedia. And before I explain, hello for two... Okay, I'm not even in time to greet anyone. Sure. Okay, which plush can I showcase this time? Did I show this one? Well, I showed everyone, but... we can go with this one. Okay, look at Kurizu now. That's her. I'm very surprised because Steins Gate was pretty known, but I'm surprised there are not a lot of plushes of the characters. Well, this was one of the only one I know. There was another one in Japan, but I didn't even like it. It had a weird emoji expression, which was weird. I still need to buy the half a meter Kurizu plush. Thanks for reminding me, because I need to look how to do that. if it's still buyable, if I can still buy it somewhere. I need a half a meter Kurizu plush. Okay, 40 centimeters, but we are pretty much there. And hello Zoro, welcome! Oh god, we are playing Little Boy. Let's see if it's in 3D. Which nice people are you talking about? Okay, yeah. Maybe I should start the streams now saying, hello, weird people, welcome to the stream. Which also maybe sounds even better. No, I won't reconsider. There are just fairy peoples. I think there's only a single fairy in chat. I don't know about the others, but I don't think so. Okay, so today we are on Critipedia. Critipedia is a format on my streams where I play RPG Maker games and I try in a mission to make a list of stuff in the games which, in my opinion, should be avoided, or at least done by keeping that in mind. Let's see, I still need to bookmark it, but here is the Critipedia, for example. We have a lot of things like door hubs, the corridor, or trailer speak. For now we're only at number 52, but we need to work our butts off so we can fill the Critipedia. Well, not like there's a limit, huh? But for the future generations, we will know how to make games finally. In my opinion. Again, so it's again subjective, but I try to be most objective. I try to sound objective. That's what I mean. Okay. The game is this one, The Girl in White. With, yeah, they made me notice it's The Girl in White, but there's a man in red, so it's already lying. I should register one day. Oh yeah, I will gladly play your game. If you dare. Wait, let me update the Critipedia then. Entries from 60 to 1000 are reserved for Fortuna Street. For every mistake your game does, you have a slot here. For every mistake your game does. Okay, I usually don't read the page screenshots because I try to enter blind. Though, one thing, the game is 1 GB and 300 megabytes. So, not the usual, hey, wait for a game, so we will see. So much I'm honored. That's not a good thing actually, but okay. We start the game. Yeah, should not be a virus, hopefully. And here we start. So, let's address the elephant in the room right away, shall we? First, I might ask you if the audio is fine, because I lowered my microphone, so I don't know anymore which height is right and which not. Okay, elephant in the room. This is AI, right? Yes, it is AI. It's harder to spot, but I'm... That style is the AI one, also there's some weird thing in the hair, yeah, I think it's definitely AI. Also this door has 2 doorknobs, this one as well. So, the thing I forgot to add Critipedia last time, or I never added Critipedia actually, because it never came out in the Critipedia streamings, right? Which is straight up AI art. And I'm not saying that on the just because it's because everyone thinks AI is bad. It's not. I'm trying to be objective here. Trying objective. And it's not even an ethical thing. It's my opinion. It's not what you should do in a game to express what the game is about, because first, you will always have people which are against it, so you already lose people which might be interested in your game. And also, beside the people not liking it, it makes it impossible to have a unique art style. Depending on which point of your development journey you are, there are different reasons for me to not use AI. When you are advanced, you don't want to use AI because you want with your game express what the game is about. Let me give you an example right away. I'm doing this one now, and you can see from the art style, it's a pretty cartoonish looking game, so it's not a serious game. If I use the AI on the title screen, would look better, I suppose, because I'm bad at drawing, but you wouldn't get the same feeling of, oh, this game is wacky and colorful. Oh, I could try to make an AI art of something colorful, but wouldn't be the same thing, since I use the art style undrawn with a very rough art, which, in my opinion, would never be able to show what the game really is. Meanwhile, if you are on the start of your journey of making games, you still don't want to use AI, because first, you are not gonna find a group of people. It's hard to find a group of people which will help you grow in your journey if most of people are against AI art. And second, why bother having cool looking art for your game if your first games are never gonna be as good as your next ones? So, briefly, if you start making games and why use AI art? Your first games are gonna suck. If you're doing games after some time, you're good at making games, why use AI art if you need to convey what the game is about? Again, conveying might sound useless because that's just a game, but conveying is fundamental, because otherwise people will never look at your game. They will never even try to launch your game. So the visual part is the vital one for publishing a game, unfortunately. Now I'm reading the comments. The girl in white, apparently starring the boy in red. We just need a non-binary person in blue. The blue adventures, huh? The art has some eye elements. Mostly the inconsistencies between the pupils or the eyes. I personally don't see that. I don't know, I'm not really an expert. And the height of the ears of the girl. Yeah, this one is higher, but I don't think we need this detail because it's already pretty distinguishable. Makes your media looks cheap, you didn't put much effort into it. Yeah, well, I kinda included that in the people who don't like AI for whatever reason, but not really, because people who don't know AI may think this looks cool, right? And in a way, this is this is a very cool scene. If this was like a custom art, this would look cool. But you can see from the art style, from the mistakes, it's AI. Though the idea for the scene, if that was original or made by the AI, I don't know. The base is cool. Depends also if it fits the game. Some AI tools can enhance your style. Using artwork you prompted means you aren't involved in the process at all. Well, some people don't want to be part of the process of the art style. People may want just to have art for the game and just do the rest. Which I think it's not a bad mentality to start a game, but again, if art doesn't matter and you don't want to be involved in it, why bother? You can just not use art, use something else if you just want to make a game to start. If later, yeah, maybe that's the vital point. Not really, yeah, about the looking cheap and stuff. More like, I feel like you give the impression of not caring enough to have someone do the most important part of the game on their own, like the title. The title is, or the splash art is the most vital item. Because it's the first thing people will see. So yeah, it's fundamental for the impression. With so much games to play, AI art is a potential filter. Against it, I suppose. Like pure RPTP. Pure RTP games can have some fun moments, right? You can get a nice cover for 40 bucks on Fever. Well, there was... Wait, which was on the Nova server that paid someone on Fever to have a background? Maybe, I think it was... Windrider, right? Yeah, it was Windrider, which commissioned someone on Fever to get a background for the menu. And they gave them AI art background. And I was the one realizing it on stream. So I would say don't trust Fever, actually. Don't trust Fever. Because first, it's all on a timer. Every work is in a timer. And second, there is a counted number of interventions you have. So you can only say like 3 times, oh yeah, this part is good, continue, or no, let's start from scratch. And most of them follow this religiously, because first time they give you the sketch. Okay, good. I need this thing, I don't like this thing, change this other one. Okay, yeah, good. And after they fix it, they will not give you another sketch. They give you the line art straight away. Because there are 3 steps you need to do it. If you want to change something, yeah, they changed and do the line art without asking. Then you do in the line art, okay, yeah, but I didn't really want that one. Okay, I'll fix it. And they give you the colored version because that's the last step they do. And I don't trust Fever after my experience. I suppose Fever helped me because I paid the character designer for my characters of Respawn Banter. At least 4 of the 5, even if one kinda was so I had Lollo fix it for me. So yeah, maybe I would pay Lollo straight away at this point for character art, I don't care. Why should I pay someone on Fever if later Lollo fixes it for me? Can I just pay Lollo for the character design? I need to see if it's available. Okay. Try imagining him without a shirt also. Wait, is this a SpongeBob reference? Imagine him without a shirt. Oh no, his feet! Okay, we can turn on the game. Again, please tell me if the audio is too long, too loud. We use the options? Not this time. And we have a gamepad config. Okay. I recognize the plugin, but I don't know which plugin it is. Does it make sense? We spent 20 minutes talking. A little less. Let's start. Final year student at X high school. Long. Did someone say long? Has been studying hard for the upcoming university entrance exam. Okay, you can tell this one is AI as well. Though I think I already talked about it, so we are trying to avoid too much the subject, but like the thing here doesn't make a lot of sense. Impossible stairs. Wait, there was a famous art, a famous painting of impossible stairs, right? I'm lowering the volume a little. Oh, okay. The under goes up, but the stair goes down. Maybe they want to trick the students, I don't know. So the name is Long. After an all-nighter followed by 2 intense classes, his vision suddenly went dark as he was walking down the stairs after school. Isekai! I'm calling it Isekai. Also, let me move a little the comments so I can make it a little... Aha. Read the text. There is an interesting effect here of the text moving. Though honestly it's a little too chaotic because the text appears below and goes up. So you don't have time to read while the text shifts up. So I think it would be better to just have the text in the middle here going down, appearing like default. I think the default works for showing text. I don't think there's the need to have the text shift from below. It's a little chaotic. Also, starting the 7 minutes countdown to give us the game hook. Make it to 15 because I'm very slow at playing. Even 20. Long's eye opened to a dim corridor. Not far ahead, a black door stood, and a girl was struggling to open it. He walked towards her slowly. The girl was trying everything, both hands, even kicking it, but the black door didn't budge. You're taking too long. The girl jumped, startled. She's been so focused on the door that she hadn't noticed him approaching. Yes, can you help me with? Sure. Where does this door lead? That's what I'm trying to find out. Okay, I don't get if they are still part in the school or they just appeared in a random alleyway out of nowhere, like they clipped out of bounds to appear here. Ouch. Ooh, Folly Clashing Drone style Batman. Well, this one is a different style of AI. Yeah, this one is more AI emulating a drone. This one is more like anime visual novel style. Oh, we got a horror character, I see. How was it called? I forgot. The one that leaves from the television. I don't know. Girl in White! We got a title drop! Waldorf wife was spotted. I don't know, not my type. Not really. Also, she seems evil. Stop! Don't open the door. Why not? Because the girl next to you will steal your chance to jump in first. Okay, but... Wait. Let's see the reaction. She wants to slip into the world of the living through your door. Okay, what the actual thing is happening right now? Liar! This is your only chance to return to the world of the living. The door will disappear soon if you hesitate. Okay, I get it. So the protagonist fell down the stairs, he freaking died, and now we are returning to the world of the living, but I think this reveal is very, very abrupt. I don't know, yeah, let me think a little, because I'm feeling some dissonance here on my experience. I don't know how to explain it. Let me reason through it. So, now, yeah, in a moment I realize what happened to the protagonist. And we realize what the door is, we realize who the villain is, at least someone is lying. Maybe, yeah, there are too much information given in a single sentence, kinda. We know in a single sentence, okay, we could have figured that no, I don't think we could have figured we were dead. Okay, maybe, but with a stretch because this transition happens too fast. Let me restart, why not? Let me restart. We have the protagonist here. And now he fails. And he appears here. Like, there's no cutting music, there is just a single line on a black background. Nothing creates a detachment from the previous scene. It's like having a single scene. It's like the character going down the stairs and arriving to the corridor. If anyone watched without reading, anyone would assume, oh yeah, he was walking downstairs and reached the corridors. But if you read, you realize he's dead. But the scene or how the scene is made doesn't tell that. And there's a dissonance between writing and showing. And it's important because it doesn't seem like a big matter that he's dead. So we are dead or long dead. Waldorf has no problem with evil waifus. Well, yeah, I don't care if they are evil, if they are adorable, you know what I mean. Of course, there are exceptions. And also, I can clearly fix them. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. Also, the story is just losing me. The protagonist is just too pathetic. I'm in a fair place with a girl I never met before. Just an average Wednesday. Classic day, yeah. Well, for now, we don't get anything of the character of the protagonist. We'll see. I think also, yeah, it's too abrupt. I can appreciate when the dialogue doesn't loop around and doesn't go straight to the point, but here it's too much. It's telling us the door will bring us to the real world and the other girl will try to interrupt it. Maybe the information should be given slower here, in a slower pace. This is your chance to return to the world of the living. The door will disappear soon if you hesitate. She's death itself. A deceiver trying to trap us here forever. Her death? Sure, come on. Long one. Also, yeah, another information right away. She's deaf. Huh. Waldorf can fix them. Yes, I can! Yes, I can! Call me Bob, because I can fix anything. Or at least I will try with whatever it takes, kinda. If I'm not lazy or procrastinating. Long was confused by the two strangers, each with a different story. Who should he trust? How do you know this door leads to the world of the living? Also, by having the story too abrupt here, like, this is not a normal reaction a person would be. Like, imagine yourself, you're falling down the stairs. You open your eyes, and there's a girl trying to open a door. Another girl comes and says, oh no, don't open the door, she is the death itself and it's opening the door to enter the realm of the livings. What would you think? You would think, what the hell is happening right now? I don't get anything. What are you? Where am I? What's the door? Not, how do you know this door leads? No, doesn't make sense. Would make sense if it was written a little more slowly, but here it's rushing everything straight away. What? Earlier you said you didn't know where it went. Okay, that's the expression, I see. Open the door, you baka! It's really going to disappear! By then you'll be dead for good! Oh, ghost! What do you mean he's doing a step backwards? I would run away straight away, not just do a step backwards. Your time is up. The girl in white moved her wrist with an almost lazy flick. The impostor Sus convulsed, her body writhing as if wrung dry, then burst into black dust with a sharp crack. You know what? Using a movement of the wrist, I don't get what it is, and I see the AI use very often the movement of the wrist, so I'm a little worried that part could be AI made by the text. Also, that's another problem in using AI in your game, like AI art. If you use AI art, people might assume, is even the plot AI driven? What's the only thing that the developer made here then? The prompt. The impostor sus convulsed, okay. I recall, is that the plugin of shattering or, well, interesting effect. Kinda out of place, but... What are you waiting for? Open the door and go through. This door can be only used once. That ghost was waiting for you to open it, so she could steal your chance to return to the world of the living. What about you? Don't you want to return? Ah, I'm the gatekeeper, not one of the dead. Go on, be suspicious, but look, the door is disappearing. Even as she spoke, the door is shimmered, its frame unraveling into the glimmers of fading light. Panic seized Long. He pushed the door open, ready to step through, only for a pale hand to hold him back. Also, again, the AI likes to use the M dash here, so I'm not sure, but there are signs here. Remember, you owe me one. I'm dead. Thanks, Leven. And with one hard shove, Long was hurled into the darkness beyond. Okay, we are saved. Game end. We won. Long's eyes flew open. He was lying in a hospital bed. Doctors surrounded him, their faces relieved. He's conscious! Incredible, he made it through the crisis. This patient is being pulled back from the brink. Okay, we got a lot to unpack here. We got a lot to unpack here. First, choose an art style. You can't have a black and white art style and now have the chibi pixel art colored RPG Maker tileset. That's also another problem in using AI art is you can't really make it match the tileset because or you do AI tileset but that won't end right, I suppose, or you just don't. I don't see the issue in making games by using default RTPs because they are there for a reason, to help you make games, to start with and later get confidence with the engine, and only later when you find members, people who like your games, you can find collaborators where you can have someone that does the graphic which fits everything. I don't know, I think AI art is good in the short run. Like, you put the AI art in your game and you go like, oh yeah, this looks cooler than using default asset. And in a way, I can see it having sense. But in the long run, it doesn't help. On the opposite. Because you get less fans, you get less chances to collaborate. I don't think it's a good choice. Also, the game teleported us here right away. We don't know what's happening, we don't know if we are real life, we don't know what the hell that number is. Okay, the number is later. We don't know if it's real life, we don't know if it's a dream. If it was a dream, there should have been at least another detachment. Again, all these scenes are one after the other, there is no pause in between. You don't know how detached this one should be from the previous one. the rhythm of the narration is all wrong. Oh no, Fortuna Street is AI as well. No, don't dash me. Takes only a few seconds to generate your asset. You tend not to put much thought on they belong in the game or not. I don't think that's it, because they managed to make... they try to make at least a single... a team around the other assets we saw until now. There was some discrepancy between some of them, but they tried to have all white, black and white. So it's like it lost the art style here. I appreciate the zoom at least. It makes it a little more direct or peculiar. Still, what the hell is the counter? Am I about to die? What should I do? What should I do? You shoot the collapses. What's next? Rebuild twice as strong. Coursing softly. Approaches the wind. Thermostat time lapse. Rain the rubble. I rebuild it. Okay, it's a fight based on choices, suppose. Also, I saw these crystals from the previous game, from the developer. Okay, maybe a short tutorial would have helped, because... No, was necessary. The game threw me in a battle. Not even a battle. The game threw me in something against a monster, and a weird prompt appeared in front of me. I took some time to realize, oh yeah, that's more like a decision, a moral decision in a hypothetical dilemma that I need to answer correctly to do more damage to the enemy, which is a very cool concept. Though I just got stunned. I didn't understand what was happening. I was very confused. Given the game page, I wasn't expecting the gameplay change. And when I wasn't expecting anything, I'm used to this. Quite a cold cut. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You go from long being in the hospital, freshly awake from near death, and now is outside in the rain and has red hair. I think this could be a dream. Maybe he's still recovering from the death, we don't know. But in a negative way, because again, the clear cut was too much even for being a dream or real life. Either case. Yeah, you have a limited number of steps. I don't know what happens next. HP. We're a Shadow Walker. We have attacked the buff. Also we have some stuff, I don't know. I suppose we can equip stats, abilities. I don't know what to do next. Wait, no, we are not losing steps. Maybe it's like we need to find the right spot. How long would you survive if you stand at... You wake up and realize your phone has 3% battery. What do you do? Death is near. Smash coconuts and build a solar panel from sticks. Yeah, I definitely know how to do that, right? Here's all the battle here. Yeah, I don't think I would read all of that. What's your favorite survival motto? Tomorrow will solve itself. Adapt, overcome, build Coconut Fortress. Is it obsessed? No Wi-Fi, no will to live. I will go with adapt, improve, overcome. And also the build Coconut Fortress sounds like AI trying to be funny. I don't know. Also I have too much health. Okay, is that... So this one is not a countdown actually. It's more like a... How it's called? A treasure hunt. Also armor. Bubble wrap suit. 1 extra defense? Why not? Also I see this game takes some inventory, some interface from the other game. RPG game with no tutorial. Yeah, metal detector, yeah, that's right. So I'm looking around a little. Since enemies are pretty weak. It would be nice to have some extra equipment around, right? Or items. Healing items, specifically. Oh! That was a jump scare, sure. Okay. Which spirit animal do you identify with? I don't know. When I was young, I thought the dolphin. Well, when I was 12, maybe? The dolphin. No, even 11, I don't know. Personally, a sleepy slot as shrugs. A raccoon offering friendship, let's go. Does it even matter? I don't know. I don't get what the crystals are, honestly. A bird steals your sandwich. Your reaction? First reaction, shock. Hello Lolo, how it's going? Sorry, let me answer first. Mark the area as war zone and plan revenge. Take it as a sign and meditate. Tweet it about emotionally. Apologize for bothering the nest. Why would I meditate? I don't know, I tweet it on Twitter and do some rage baiting, sure. Let's do rage bait on Twitter. You do not survive, all waifus in your folders will die. That's Waldorf survival mod. Well yeah, that's determination that brings me forward each day. I know. And the lolo, yeah. The game is... The narration is just rushed. Without even considering the AI art for most of it. The narration jumps from point A to point B. So it's very off-putting. Even the battle never explained what the battle was. I just had to understand from the first try. Next level, wait. Cat Council entered deep deliberation. Fish threats are involved. What was that? Okay, so now it's like a roguelike of some kind. I don't mind. I don't mind stuff like this, honestly. Even if the I don't get what the battle system is about. Nobody explained it to me. Wait, regen mana each turn, health each turn. I already take not much damage, so this thing will be pretty strong. Oh, it's the solution. I may want to look for some items. Hello, mister! Okay, you're hungry. What's your first move? Stare at the sky and let fate decide. Google what to eat in the wild. Oh wait. Share, trap cook. You've watched survival shows. Hand your granola bar to a squirrel out of respect. Why should I give my items? Why there's a kind choice? I didn't watch survival shows, but that's the right answer, right? I don't get what which answers would be right and which are wrong. You see another person. First instinct? Away from distance and up again. This would be me, but... Offer food? Ask if they brought Wi-Fi. Let's offer some food, sure. If I have enough. Otherwise I'm eating all of it. Classic RPG Maker game from 2020X. And now we have a different default RPG Maker game. Well, this is not default, but... Yeah, unfortunately it feels like it's increasing its frequency. You hear something rustling in the bushes. You stream it. Yeah, let's stream it. Close your eyes and hope it disappears. Crawl up a tree with a handmade spear. Wait politely and say, hello, forest friend. Let's go with a big head. Ciao, nice forest people. Welcome to the stream. Dead. Wait, he was moving? He was moving while there was a transition? Which item would you bring to a deserted island? A coloring book, no crayons? Why? A portable Wi-Fi router with no signal? A banana costume, it feels right. A tarp rope and fire starter, obviously. Well, yeah, because the other options make no sense. Honestly, I will bring my Kurisu plush, but I think that works as well. Maybe not Kurisu, maybe the Nino plush. Yeah, that's a hard choice anyway. Oh, those are equipments. What is your greatest strength? Remembering passwords? No. Unshakable politeness in chaos? Turning stick into weapon under 3 minutes? Staying calm by forgetting everything? Of course, by forgetting everything! Let's go! What am I doing? Why are people here writing in chat? Who are you? Who are you people? A mysterious fruit appears. Offer it to the forest gods? No. Test it on ants first. Science! Eat it and see what happens tomorrow. Search its name online. Alright. There's no online in the island. Mysterious fruit. Well, might as well be dead since I'm in a lost island. Let's go. I win. We got a bent umbrella and a kitchen apron of shame. Why of shame? Half shield, half sword. Gives him way more attack. Let's go. And here, protect from so splashes, not swords. Again, feels like AI trying to make humor here. I may want to heal sooner or later, I'm fine. Let's go to the target. Oh, yeah, okay, that was just a 2-level stage, I see. Check it, they removed the HP again. Oh! That would be clever, I didn't check, too bad. Too late. Oh, I saw someone in the corner. Do you have the rope? I took it this time, I did. Half shield that doesn't give defense. Also, the half shield probably halves the damage a little. Some kind of roguelike? Yeah, I honestly don't mind the gameplay. Because you start in an area, you wander around getting items, you choose to go into the next area, which supposedly has harder enemies. I don't get the battles though. On what basis should I answer? Based on the efficient one? Based on what I would feel? Or trying to be kind? There are too many attacks, so I don't even know. I cannot even experiment because there is I cannot see what's happening. There's the logo of everything happening, but there's also a timer. I don't even have time to check the log. The strange girl from his dream was still on Long's mind. It was only when he returned to school, faced with the overwhelming pressure of his studies and upcoming university entrance exam, that he was finally able to get her out of his head. As soon as Long walked into the room, he was immediately surrounded by his friends. Some asked how he was, others made jokes, and a few were curious about why he had fainted. Most of their questions were just small talk. Their attention quickly shifted elsewhere. A sudden slap on the shoulder made Long jump. It was made a backward long jump. It was Trang, his friend from the neighborhood. She held her hand out in front of his face. Okay, this is the same. Okay, no, this is the manga art style, which is the same from the other girl from before. How many is this? 4. This isn't good, Long. Did that stroke scramble your math skills? You're counting my 5 fingers. You're counting my 5 fingers as 4. Your thumb is folded in. Alright. Trang laughed, patting his shoulder again. Eat and rest properly. A stroke is no joke. My mama had one a few days ago. The doctor said she might never wake up. Oh, is she? She woke up yesterday. She's eating and talking normally now. You have no idea how relieved I am. You guys must be celebrating the big time. Yeah, wanna go see a movie this Saturday? There's a new zombie flick out. My treat to celebrate Mom getting better. Long. She's clearly into you. She's definitely into you, Long. Long was about to answer when his gaze froze behind Trang, a figure stood motionless. Ah, that's the girl from the dream, right? Long jump or high jump? That's a little creepier though. Long hair obscured most of its face, its head tilted unnervingly to the side. Its shoulders were bony and jutted out like those of a desiccated corpse. Long screamed, falling backwards off his chair. What's with you today, Long? You're so clumsy, you can't even sit on a chair properly. I will come with you later, just to be safe. But Long wasn't listening. His eyes were still glued to the thing behind her. Like... When can we have some privacy us too? Because it's kind of a date. Could you leave alone, please? Could you leave us alone? On the walk home after school, the woman with the disheveled hair silently followed Trang. Trang chattered away. None of her words reached Long. He kept glancing at the spectre behind her, his back sleek with a cold sweat. They reached the fork in the road on Y Street. A turn right into the BL would take Long home, while Trang had to continue on down the narrower Z Street for a bit longer. Bye then, be careful not to fall again, okay? As Trang walked straight ahead, the figure, which had been silent, suddenly lifted its head. Its mouth stretched into a gaping, terrifying smile, revealing a horrifying black void. Its eye sockets gleamed with an unholy, excited light. Acting on pure instinct, Long grabbed Trang and pulled her into his alley. The spectre instantly reverted to the silent, menacing state. You should change the sprite though. Hey Trang, since you're a girl... that's Long saying it, okay. Hey Trang, since you're a girl, I should really walk you all the way home. What? Why are you being so suddenly gallant? Let's take the long way home today. If you wanted more time with me, you could have just said so. Long didn't answer, stealing a glance at the figure. Its face was a mask of displeasure. It clearly hated this change of route. Why does the route matter though? Only when Trang unlocked her door and stepped inside did Long finally breathe a sigh of relief. Why, it's still behind her, right? Menacing. Though the narrow crack in the door, he still saw the ghost, slithering in with her. What would it take for it to release its grip on Trang? We have a minigame, okay, but first... Okay, first we still jumped here with no reason. Why should... Let me beat this one first. It's doing on it... I'm not even playing. The rain is coming, what's your plan? I didn't see what the context is. Wait, maybe there's a different context now, let's see. The context is... How long would you survive if you stranded on a deserted island? It's the same, okay. Fashion a poncho, let it wash. Cry, your phone isn't waterproof. Let it wash away your existential dread, let's go. Okay, I was saying... Out of nowhere, this thing happens again. There should be at least a transition, like a simple dialogue saying, okay, you return home, you go to sleep, and then this thing. We can assume this is a dream, right? Or why we are here now. Even if you suddenly faint, everything fades out, anything. There is no connection. This thing happens. It just happens. Doesn't make sense. It's like making a visual novel and randomly there are RPG sections in the middle where there is no explanation for it. Imagine Doki Doki. I'm taking a random visual novel, sure, Doki Doki, and after the first act there is a random RPG section which is not explained. Imagine that. Also, story-wise, again it all happens too quickly. Not even quickly, because there were some descriptions, some dialogues there and there, but what I'm saying is I don't get it. The game introduces as a character, and we already have a problem with that character. I don't think this is the right storytelling to do. I don't know about storytelling, to be honest, but this kind of felt a little pointless, even. No, not pointless, more like I don't see the point. Like, what's our goal? What was the point of the dream? I'm not against mysteries. Mysteries are great for a game, but you should not make mysteries if you don't have a base story to begin with. Like, what's the main focus of the story now? I suppose you could say, yeah, the ghost behind the girl, but it just came out of nowhere. Like, not more like out of nowhere, more like, there is no baseline for the story. Shit happens. That's the story for now. Shit happens. I need to see if the game now focuses more on the ghost, focuses more on the death before. For now, it didn't focus on neither of them. So I don't know. I don't know what the baseline for the game is. And I cannot try to understand the mysteries if there is no baseline to work on those mysteries. Plastic Toys World for ages 3 and up. It's for me. I'm keeping the items, so it's not really even a roguelike. I don't think you can get... I don't know if you can get stuck, honestly. We got the Copper Ring of Chance. Well, extra stats, let's go. How do you mark your territory on the island? Like dogs. No, I'm kidding. Ask the ants if it's okay to stay here. We just create totem. Geotagging on Instagram. Draw smiley faces on the sand. Strictly the C colon. Yeah, the regen item is pretty strong. I don't need to heal. Peace on the trees, yes! That's the way! The way of the dog. Oh, hello. Okay, we gathered enough items, let's go. Also, there is no point. Wait, do we level up? Maybe maybe with experience, let's see. Also because we free heal. I didn't do anything. Yes, you get experience actually, so you might want to level up. Oh, my bad. Also because I instantly win at this point, right? Not that they give too much experience, but let's go away. Wait. Duct tape t-shirt. More tape, more defense. Science. Again. The humor is resembling a AI, honestly. We can go now. I suppose this will have 3 levels, maybe? I don't know. Or is it over? No. Ah, that was it, okay. We have analyzed your answers. Is it the card that most accurately reflects your personality and the likely outcome in reality for the question? Ah, okay, so now that scenario is over. I suppose? Though there's a point. You gave me the questions during battles. So I didn't really feel like answering honestly. I felt like answering the most optimal one, so that's not how you pose a quiz. Like, for example, if you put me in front of a guy with a dagger and he asks me what I would do on a deserted island, I would not say, oh yeah, I would I would try to do something, but I would be too lazy to do anything. No, I would say, oh yeah, I would try my experience and save and stay safe. Even if it would be lying, because anyone would lie in a perilous situation, usually, or try to give different answers, right? You became a legend, raincoat man of the coconut jungle. No one knows if you're alive or no part of the ecosystem. Sometimes they're singing in the bushes, and coconuts mysteriously spelling out, okay. Huh? Sure, I'm leaving. Can I have a moment for myself? Is that a fetus? Well, we killed the baby. Wasn't in my list of things in this game, but sure. What was the point of the personality test? Maybe it's an extra flavor, but it's a little weird. Even oh, I didn't read. Let me read. I can't. I don't know the context. If you had to drink one of the following, you pick fish sauce? No. Lime juice? A little better? Chili sauce? No. Wait for someone else to try it first. Lime juice, of course. The others are just disgusting or too spicy. First thing you grab when fleeing zombies? I didn't read the prompt. Running shoes and knife? The power bank is vital. Oh, the favorite splash here! We have the answer! We have the answer! Of course we take the favorite splash, which would it be though? Kurizu? Lysitia? Yeah, maybe the Yanfi plush, but it's not the best quality. Maybe the Nino one is a little big though. Maybe I would take the Kurizu plush. Definitely. Said chance to survive a zombie apocalypse. Okay, thanks. Is the exit? I may want some armor. Accessories. I have plenty space for accessories now. Always points home. I don't think it works, but also I will level up briefly, maybe. Okay, it's already dying. Also 5% heal is a lot. Which animal best represents you? Bear, chill and less provoked, deer, quick but jumpy, goldfish, forgetful but cute, monkey, curious and loves cloning around. Ah, probably monkey. Okay, it says I level up, but very briefly. I see. I didn't see you, mister. I didn't see you. If you hear a loud scream outside of a midnight, you would call the police, grab a broom and storm outside like would this disturb my peace, put on headphones and go back to sleep, start a live stream. Guys, I think there's drama outside. Let's go streaming, yes. Drama, big views, money. Well, I don't mind the personality test questions, though it's very weird they appear during the battle. Also, mainly because, like, what's the point? Why should I pick answers during battle? Do they have importance? And if they do, the game is not telling me if they have importance or not. Oh, other way. When watching zombie moves, you usually analyze survival tactics, talk to the whole movie. Worry about the cute side character? Yes! I worry about the waifus! Yeah. Again, I like having the personality test answers here, but I don't see the point during the battles. They should be elsewhere. Otherwise now battles are just... Battles feel like automatic battles, back and forth. Which, I suppose it's not a problem, because... I suppose the gameplay part is finding the resources and equipping them. And managing your resources and everything, even if I have the auto regen so I don't need anything. So why put the choices in battle if they don't matter? And if they matter, why not explaining? I don't get it. Once again tonight, Long found himself dreaming he was standing in the middle of a corridor. Wait, so that was the dream or not? The battle before was a dream? We're about to have a Scooby-Doo sequence right now. Auto battles can be an interesting concept, but has to make sense. Well, for now I don't mind the idea of the auto battle, since seems like they can relies a lot on what you grab around the dungeon. Though for now I don't think there's enough depth in anything to have an interesting gameplay. Because you walk around, you grab items, you leave, you auto fight and everything. I think that would have helped a lot is having maybe some strategy in choosing your equipment. Now I just equip whatever I have. I just equip a weapon that is strong and everything. There is really no thought involved in the game. I just walk around, grab items, equip, auto fight and everything. The only thought is the moral choice, but the personality test. But it doesn't matter, so I don't know the point. I don't mind the question during battle. It's a weird concept, but I like it. No, don't get me wrong, I like the idea of questions during battle. But I don't like at all that they don't make sense. Like, why should I answer a question in this way in battle or not? Why do you put the questions in battle rather than anywhere else? It's like putting a fishing minigame during battle, but if you grab the fish or not, it doesn't matter. You still do damage. Here, it's like during battle having a math quiz. You're about to attack the enemy and you need to answer, hey, what's 3 plus 2? And regardless if you answer right or wrong, you still do the same damage, so there is no point. Would have been a more interesting concept if your answer would have influenced everything. For example, if you're being consistent with your previous answers, you do more damage. If you choose the opposite from the previous answers, something happens. I don't know. That your choices in a way affect what you do. Fishing mid-battle takes notes. Well, fishing, like betting money, right? I bet 3 fishes. Would be interesting in RPG where you bet money during battle, huh? No, I know, fishing minigame. Well, kinda reminds me of battle in Deltarune when there are minigames during the battle where you need to avoid stuff. I was trying to remember another game, but oh well. Yeah, Deltarune or Undertale is an example because not really fishing, but you can move and dodge during enemy turns. That's what I'm saying, having what you do in battle, maybe fishing, maybe answering a test, affect what damage you take or how much damage you take. Though it's weird to make fit a personality test and answers you should give for efficiency. For example, if an answer is stronger but you want to answer something else because of personality test, kinda goes in conflict. It's an interesting idea, but for now it doesn't really work, in my opinion. Needs something more. Fishing with battle. Oh, it took a bit Ganondorf. Oh yeah, I forgot. This corridor was lit not by lamps, but by drifting motes of golden dust, shimmering like the remnants of dying stars. All around stretched countless doors, each paint in a color made unsettling than the last. Give me a second. Long scanned his surroundings, wary. He quickly spotted a girl sitting silently in a nearby chair. Lynn, the same nightmare from the day before. Ah, that's her name, I forgot. Seeing him, she offered a strange smile and a small wave. Oh no, the wife for Ashen Rat, sure. I think could be a good moment. More and more uncertain colors. Where does Park Wine stand? What's Park? I don't know even how to imagine the Park Wine. I don't think Lynn introduced herself. Yeah, I don't remember the name, honestly. Always the perfect time. You know what? You have a point. Always the perfect time for waifus. Okay. Let me set up something first. Let me see. Okay. So. Random waifu Russian all at time. Let's go. Ah, this is fine. What is this? Wait. Eula is surprisingly gullible when it comes to certain things. Rather than inviting the performers to Mondstadt, it would be easier to ask her to dance. Oh, okay. That's a way to make her wear this exposing dress. I see. Isn't this costume revealing too much? Eula-san, let's dance. Honestly, I never focused too much on Eula, but she's drawn in the fan art as some sort of tsundere. Too bad the game never really showcases the personality more in depth. Though, yeah, I love this blush here. And the dress, of course. Good dress here, good dress. Also, Nilu is also a waifu. Okay. Good outcome, I would say. Good outcome. You again? Not this dream again. I'm just as surprised. You weren't supposed to be able to come back here. What is this place? This is the Dream Corridor. A corridor that connects the realm of the living and the realm of the dead. Am I dead again? If you manage to return, it's likely that you're stuck somewhere between life and death. And part of that is my fault, I suppose. Ha! What a bizarre dream this is. I hope it's not a symptom of having hit my head on the stair. Long? Did you forgot everything? Like, at the start of... No, this just doesn't make sense. At the start of the game, Long ended up in front of the door, which allowed him to return to life. In the situation, he was trying to understand the situation. He never said, oh, is this a dream? And now when a similar thing happens, now he says, oh, is this a dream? Feels like the reaction of the characters doesn't make sense at all. You should have had this doubt at the start of the game. He forgot the game script. Yeah, this kinda increases the suspicion for AI, because AI hardly remembers what happened before, right? Okay, Lolo, thanks for coming. Have a nice adventure. It died on the staircase? Wasn't it a stroke? Or did he get a stroke and hit his head on the same time? Well, I suppose it's a combo attack, right? Don't worry. The only side effect is you might be able to see entities from the realm of the dead. But other than that, you're fine. Well, that's a big side effect. That explains it. Hey, Lint, I want to ask you. You can ask me later. For now, follow me. I can follow you while talking, you know. Lilith took Long's hand. They stepped through a door and found themselves in the middle of a dense forest. Where are you taking me? To my favorite secret spot. They tore through the trees, pushing branches aside as they went. A few times, Vine snagged on Long, and the chill of pure dread went up his spine. He was sure a snake was littering up his neck. Snake liar incoming! When the moon broke through the canopy... Wait. Okay. The light covered the ground like a silver cloth. The words seemed to sparkle. Long suddenly thought that perhaps fairy tales were only this beautiful. Lin stopped in front of a huge old building that looked like an abandoned theater. Stepping inside, Long saw a very large room with rows of long wooden benches. Is this a theater? The unsettling thing was that on most of the seats, 3 or 4 shadowy figures sat in silence. They were all facing the empty stage. Lin pulled Long. Wait, now I realize. The names are Lin and Long. Lin and Long. Lin and Long. To a middle seat and sat down beside him. I like to sit here. It's always so crowded. Isn't it wonderful? You're kidding, right? Your favorite place is a nest for ghosts. I call it the Silent Theater. A gust of wind swept through the seats, raising the hair of Long arms. He swallowed hard. Lin tilted her head, smiling innocently, her hand resting lightly on the wooden bench, as if touching the shoulder of someone Long couldn't see. Let's go back to the Dream Corridor. This place is wonderful, but there's something important I need to ask you. No, the truth is, he's introverted. He doesn't want to stay with that many people. She does look pretty lean. She needs to eat some more. Yeah, I would say. But well, she's dead, so is she dead? She's in the between. As they stepped back to the door, Lin cast a long, regretful look over the shoulders. Long secretly promised himself that next time, if she didn't clearly state the destination, he wouldn't go, unless she literally tied him up and dragged him. Are you into that or? Back in the Dream Corridor, Long wasted no time. Yeah, Long thought, okay, why the hell bring me in a theater where no one is performing? This girl is crazy. Today I saw a thing. It was following my friend, a ghost with messy hair and bulging eyes. That ghost has malicious intent toward your friend. Friend. Then what do you do to help her? Help her? Simple. I can lend you a part of my power. Just wave your hand like this and say, barrier, and it's done. Barrier? That's it? I thought magic spells has more cool sounding names, like, Spirit of Protection! I summon thee! No, it's barrier. However, every power has its price. If you use it 3 times, you'll be trapped in this corridor forever. Why would I use a barrier more than 1 time? Like, I suppose a barrier works to stop the spirit permanently, right? Trapped here with you? Barrier, barrier, barrier. Okay, here. We can have our time together now. Could be worse or better, depending on your tastes. Long swallowed hard, but his worry for Trang gave him resolve. I agree. Lend me your power. Good. The ritual is simple. A kiss. Are you sure that's not what you want, right? A kiss? What, is this thing your first time? But why power is transferred through contact? Then we can have a handshake, right? The fastest way is lip to lip. The slowest way is a touch of the hand. Would take all night. Nobody has time for that. I suppose. Long's face flashed, but he didn't dare argue. Just stood still. Lit stepped closer, her eyes glittering as if she was enjoying the reaction. Don't close your eyes. She flashed a crooked smile before pressing her lip to his. Convenient it's a kiss, huh? The moment they touched, Long felt as if all the air around him solidified, an invisible pressure surrounding him. Each of his heartbeats pounded like a drum. It used to be like that, but I had to shorten the spell, because by the time you finish casting it, the thing you were trying to protect yourself from adding it you. Yeah, maybe that's for the best having instantaneous spells, huh? Okay, it's Fate Style Night logic. Wait, I need to play it sooner or later. What? Let me kiss you to give me your power, huh? Well, I would say it's not the first time an anime did this, right? A sensation both heavy and warm flowed through his chest, coursing through his veins. Lynn pulled away, but stayed close enough for her breath to brush his skin. When you cast the barrier, don't stop until the ghost disappears. If you do, the barrier will fail, and you'll have wasted one of your uses. I don't get how a barrier should make a ghost disappear. Like, a barrier is to protect someone, not to exiliate a monster. Dungeon? Dungeon time! Oh, well, unfortunate. Zombie Apocalypse? How do you usually stay updated? On memes on Reddit. I know from Reddit what's happening in the world. Watch reaction videos on YouTube, it's the closest, I suppose. What? Second barrier. Wait, that's the barrier? Did you waste a single use, or? Ah, here's my skills. Well, not that they matter, right? Wait, what if... Wait. Those are the skills, right? Cool down, cool down. Ah, okay, I see. Letting touches, attack. This... Wait, the rest... Ah, okay. Okay. Does any of those use TPs? Can I just remove everything? And leave the sacred barrier? Not really, because there's a cooldown. Nothing uses TPs, right? I can just remove the rest, it's useless. And just let him auto-attack with the strongest move. I still don't need HP potions. Is the exit? Just an equip. Grandpa Sweater. So warm, enemies fall asleep hugging you. Yeah, definitely unusual description. I might leave, but I like the exploring section actually. When you meet a group of survivors, you cry upon seeing strangers, suggest guard duty shifts, hide avoiding attention, ask who's in charge of the vlog, that's cringe. Probably cry. Dead. I think we can return back. Oh, oh, this one is great. A pendant. Okay, it's for... one attack. And 10 technique? Whatever it is. What is technique? Oh well. Next up it is... Oh, hello Danix. Welcome. How it's going? We're playing a game. It's complex to explain actually. Must be dispel evil. Okay, so it's not a barrier. I thought it was a barrier though. Well, it says barrier after all. Oh. Let's see what you do now. Oh, what is this guy? It's not red anymore. Your morning usually starts with me trying to return to sleep even if the clock is ringing. Checking the news? No. 20 push-ups? No. Filming TikTok morning routine despite your bird nest hair? Or not sure, because you usually wake up late. That's me. That's me. The barrier is overpowered. I just one-shot everything. At this point I don't even know if I should get items, since they don't give even that much stats. Though the one that gives me extra health regen is overpowered. The attitude during a power outage is I'm crying because I can't use the computer. grab flashlight and knife, patrol the house, light a lantern and vlog your show living moment, panic, light every candle, scared of ghost. I will keep on chilling. No vlog this time. Why does... I don't know why one personality is the vlog type. I love jump scare. In Pathfinder, this believer gives you protection from evil creatures. Oh wait. If you see a bloodstain on your door, you would call the police, shut the door and go back to bed. Call your friends to check what's happening. Put on gloves and examine the sample. No. Shut up your tripod and record. Weird bloodstain on my door. I will call my friends. If not the police. If you touch a ghost or demon while under the effect, you can exile it from the current plane. Poor ghost. They didn't do anything wrong. Kinda. Maybe a little, okay. You can only use it 3 times. On the reasonable parts. Look like you can spam it. Maybe it's the weekend version. I don't know, honestly. No, doesn't make sense. Maybe it's in the dream. I don't know. Sunlight spilled through the window in a blinding stream, dragging Long out of his slumber. He sat still for a while, his mind wandering back to the dream. Was it a dream? The strange meeting with Lynn the previous night. Was it real? Do I have the power to deal with that ghost now? The school was as lively as usual, but today Trang looked unusually gloomy. You're right. Did you hear what happened? Last night on the street I take home every day, there was a murder. Ah, so Long did the right thing on bringing her on the long way around, but how did he know? A woman was killed. It happened right around the time we would have been walking home. If you hadn't convinced me to take the other way. Yeah, but why? Why did he convince her to take the other way? He had no way to know. Doesn't make sense. Is there an explanation for this? I don't think so. Let's see. She shivered, her words trailing off. Long had a moment of pure dread. It seemed the situation was more serious than he had thought. So he kinda suspected it, but how? How? How would it know? At least the game should say that Trang recognizes from the folklore, I don't know, the spirit that brings bad omen on anything. That would have explained why he knew he needed to change route, or at least suspect to change route. Here, we have no explanation of why he suspected it. There is no point that suspect that the demon would summon someone to, or call someone on someone to kill her on the road home. He didn't even know if changing route would have changed anything. So it doesn't make sense at all here. If the ghost is sticking with her, what does it have to do with the murder? Okay, yeah, that's a pretty reasonable question. Yeah, that's why I'm confused. Because changing route didn't detach the ghost. The only thing that would make it have some sense is the ghost is a specific yokai that architects prepares a situation where the victim dies. So the yokai that's possessing her is preparing in advance a murder situation where she would die. Still, if that's the case, it's none of that is explained and feels like a big hole in the story. I'm the last person to believe in ghosts, but why ghosts? What do ghosts have to do with any of this? There is a big problem in writing here, AI or not. The writer doesn't write from the point of view of the characters. The writer just writes what they want the story to be. They never enter from the point of view of the characters. The writer just makes the character say what the developer wants, not what the characters should say. Okay, not what the developer wants from the point of view of the character. It's like developer had the stories like this, and we make the characters talk about it, but never really filter what they say through their eyes. Long flinched, his gaze flicking instinctively to the shadow standing behind her. Yeah, because she has no reason to say she believes in ghosts now, because there were no ghosts, technically. There were just a murder. No ghosts involved. That night I kept feeling like there was a woman shadow outside. Ah, okay, now, okay, it makes more sense now. Scratching at my bedroom window with her fingernails. Didn't the ghost come inside? Maybe the ghost was trying to scare her? Whatever ghosts do in their time, I don't know. What's even stranger is, when I checked this morning, there were actually scratch marks on the outside of the window. Did you call the police? A chill glowed down Long's spine. He couldn't focus for the rest of the day. His eyes were glued to the ghost behind Trang. Cast your spell! Today it wasn't just observing. It desiccated. Clawed hand was reaching out, stretching an obscene path up her back, caressing her neck. Its eye bulged, and a glistening red tongue occasionally snaked out to lick its chapped lips. Oh. Long swallowed hard, leaning sternward from the previous night ringing in his ears. You must not stop in the middle of it. Are we gonna have a boss fight, please? The conversation between Trang and Long on their way home that day almost entirely revolved around the topic of supernatural. Cast your freaking spell, Long! You're taking too long, Long! Cast your spell! Cast your spell. I think it all started when I prayed at a small shrine near the school. Huh? My mom had a stroke that day, and the doctor said she wouldn't wake up. I was so sad. I just happened to pass the shrine, so I went in and made a wish to the statue. What did you wish? That my mother would recover, and I said I'd trade my own life for hers. Okay, you are technically stupid. If that's what it took. At a turn off to her house, Long stopped. He let Trang and the ghost walk ahead. He took a deeper breath, his palms slick with sweat. He raised his hand to his chest, feeling the searing heat from last night begin to well up. Speaking of long, how long does the barrier last? Yeah, that's what I didn't understood. Like, if it's a barrier, why should it stop a ghost forever? It's a lifetime protection. I think they call it barrier, but it's more like sending ghosts away, like a purification or something. Barrier! Finally, Long! Why taking this long? The ground beneath their feet flashed with light. Ancient-looking script coiling into a glowing circle. The air grew thick and heavy, and a wind whipped out from nowhere. The ghost froze, its head snapping up. This time, Long saw it clearly. The mouth was torn open to its ears, and its jagged teeth were stained with dried blood. It let out a piercing shriek and lunged at the edge of the barrier. A crimson light erupted. Each time the ghost touched the barrier, fire burst out, a sickening black smoke carrying the stench of rotting flesh. Long gritted his teeth, his body feeling like it was being drained of all its strength. I must not stop. Yeah, that's one thing you are supposed to do. With a final muffled pop, the ghost convulsed violently, then shattered into 1,000 motes of black dust, dissolving into the air. No, this is okay. This is a not just a wasted opportunity to do a boss fight. Like it exploded, great one. It's not only a missed opportunity to do a cool boss fight, because this would be a very good spot to do a boss fight. But on top of that, it kinda aggravates the detachment between the two sort of gameplays. Oh yeah, let's bring on those explosions, more explosions. Like, because for now the game is just split. We have visual novel, exploration. Visual novel, exploration. And not only that, we have visual novel with a story and exploration in an astral plane. We don't know how we ended up there. Those things are very detached, and at least a boss fight here would have helped a little to at least make the game feel more cohesive. Wouldn't have solved it, but at least would have been a little patch to it, or I don't know. I feel like those two could have been two different games at this point. Just visual novel and just roguelike. I think we should add it on the Critipedia. We are not bringing out Critipedia for a long time. Also, maybe I want to bring in the too fast scene change, right? Abrupt scene cuts, this one. Not only this one, also story, the story. Let's see, point and stone shifts, random events plot, this one maybe. Kinda, random events plots. Well, let's go with how it's called, the non-homogeneous, however it's written, gameplay. We have the problem here because we have exploration and visual novel, which are like completely different games, they feel like. The light of the barrier faded. Long knees buckled. Sweat soaked the back of his shirt as he crumbled to the ground. Long, what happened? Nothing. You should be able to sleep well tonight. That's it. Okay, suppose you could interrupt here, but she would be more surprised. We have another dungeon, I see. I really like those exploration sections. There's not a lot of gameplay for it. Yeah, we just won. I think the idea is interesting though. Maybe it could have been explored a little more. Trash can lead mail. Even more defense. We can get a chest and leave. Okay, time for tactical retreat. Okay, what happens now? Wait, I forgot you can save here. I never saw the option. I thought it was close. One shot. Did we? No, okay. There's also the part of, oh yeah, based on your choices, you are this person, but I suppose that's just flavor. The exit is here. First thing you do upon hearing about a zombie apocalypse is, well, first thing I would rush to the shop, get as much food as I could, and barricade in my home. Another fake news. Yeah, maybe I would check first if it was real, yeah. Camera footage. Probably find weapons and check escape routes. I would call my mom as well, though. Win. Oh, come on! How would you describe your reaction in a crowd stampede? Follow the crowd without knowing where it's going? Well, I'm actually very expert in moving to the crowd with speed because I'm just moving with a fast pace when I'm listening to music, so I just rush through. I'm ninjaing my way to the front, I know. I'm not really like a ninja, but like... Okay, honestly, yeah, I'm only move in normal crowds, not crowded ones. Not crowded crowds, if you know what I mean. Crowds, but not crowded crowds. Makes sense. Oh! Ah, there's a time limit below the chat, yeah, you don't really see it. Yeah, it was always there during battles. Just it was covered. If you could only survive with one item, you'd pick dagger, sedatives, phone with 4G, body pillow. The body pillow, of course! Are you even asking me? Body pillow of Yanfei, probably. Okay, don't tell anyone, but when I go... I'm still with my mother. But when I go live alone, hopefully soon, the first thing I would buy is a body pillow. Probably of Yanfei, but I could ask for suggestions even. We could make a vote on stream on which body pillow to buy, right? He definitely used the barrier more than 3 times, though. Yeah, body pillows. I really want one, but keeping one home, I don't think it's the wisest choice. Also, considering all the plushies I already have, maybe having also a body pillow would be a little too much. We've analyzed your answers. It's the card that most accurately reflects your personality. Your chance of surviving in a zombie apocalypse. It's... While you might scramble to survive, you were on the rooftop, having tea with your cat. No one ever found you, and eventually the only tail left was the last survivor and their lazy cat entourage. Yeah, but how do I survive? Do I eat the cats, or... I need some extra food. I need to eat the cats, drink more tea, extra tea. I need a lot of emergency food. Where's my Paimon? I may need an emergency food. Where's my Paimon now? Long slept a heavy, dreamless sleep. What was this then? A dream. Not waking until noon the next day. You slept well, huh? He stepped out onto the porch, sinking onto the chair and letting the warm sunlight dissolve the lingering chill from his encounter with the ghost. It wasn't a dream. The moment the word left him, his cheek flushed. The memory of Lin's kiss rose unbidden, hot and starlit. That was what people meant when they spoke of a first kiss. The softness, the warmth, it lingered still, unsettling in how real it felt. A sudden phone chime pulled him from the reverie. It was a message from Trang. 7 PM at Cinema B. Almost forgot, Long said to himself. He quickly ate lunch, then meticulously got ready. This was their first one-on-one date. So he admits it's a date. They went to the same school since middle school, but only... it's the childhood friend, I see. But only because closer friends toward the end of their final years of the school. The sun was setting as Long walked, listening to music. Suddenly he noticed a girl walking behind him. Okay, this is an important part of the story here, though I don't have high hopes for it, unfortunately, because we just solved the main issue of the game. Like, how is a story? What is a story? Let me bring out something. I don't know how to look for it, but... Okay, exactly this one. What is a story? What is a plotline? It's around this. We have the plot line is the start. I studied this one at university. Okay, studied. We had a lot of little extra courses that teach subjects all around, but still. All the plot starts with a linear situation, like a normal guy going to school every day and stuff. Then we have something happening, something that disrupts the calmness. In this game, I suppose could be the ghost appearing behind the girl, right? So in a way, we have a rising action, but then the line goes all the way down. It's not like this. Like, this is a story, but what we are having now in the game is this. Oh wait, what is this? We have this one. We have This is not a story. This is a filler anime episode. This is a slice of life anime episode when you have something that happens for the story, and now we don't have anything. We just return to the things that were before. That's not how the graph goes here. I'm not saying you should follow the graph to the letter, but the graph was made for a reason, because there are some basic rules that people need to understand before writing a story. Then you can improvise how you want if you have the experience, but before that you need to know how the writing of a story works. Because now we just got exposition, climax, and resolution. The game should be over here. Instead, we are just having a B flat line of heartbeats. This is a Slaver, the Sky Dragon of Life. I don't know what it means. Are the buildings behind made of Lego? Wait. Could be. I don't know. Yeah, I know Yu-Gi-Oh card. What? Why though? Because I don't get why though. The body pillow is like the evolved form of a plush. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's why I want more than one, probably. Though one thing I don't like about the body pillows is they all have the same size, like 1 meter and 50. But for other characters, should fit their height, like 1 meter and 70, 1 meter and 40, 20 meters. Depends on the character, right? Suddenly he notices a girl walking behind him. The feeling of someone following him on a deserted street made him feel uneasy. Long sped up, and the footsteps behind him quickened as well. He stopped, and the footsteps fell silent. He spun around, but the girl was nowhere to be seen. Strange. Where did she go? Plenty multiples and sew them together. Like Dr. Frankenstein and play God with your wife. No. That's a crime against waifus. I would never. Though I thought there was like a 3-meter body pillow of someone. I don't think it would. No, maybe it was a 5-meter? I don't think how anyone would buy that though. If I had space, maybe, but. When he turned back again, a dark figure blocked his path. Long, staggered, almost toppling. The girl's eyes were bleached white, tiny black pupils drilling into him like pins. Her mouth gaped wider, and wider still, a void ready to swallow him whole. His body locked, a sheen of cold sweat breaking across his skin. The girl stared for a moment longer before slowly turning and walking away. Wait, this sound is... I recognize the sound. It's from... Barony, the game, right? A shiver ran through Long's body as he let out a sigh of relief. He wondered if he had just screamed, what would have happened then? Why does it matter if he screams? The eerie incident made him late. From a distance, Long saw Trang. Oh, okay, she's dressed differently. She stood out like a sunflower in the bustling crowd. Her bright yellow floral dress shone. Shone! Yeah, it's shone, that's right. Much like the morning sun after a rain shower, her eyes held a flicker of reproach, yet sparkled with anticipation. You're taking too long! She said it. The movie already started. Sorry, something unexpected happened. Your dress is beautiful, by the way. Yeah, I know the dress is beautiful. What about the person wearing it? You're not subtle, Trang. Yeah, you are lovelier than any leading actress. Oh, okay, you're not subtle as well, Long. Stop lying. Trang laughed, pulling Long into the theater. The two ran down the dim corridor, with blue LED lights clustered overhead, as if running beneath a starlit night sky. The theater was packed. I hope there's a better film than the one we saw in the dream, right? Was empty. Empty. Hello, Michael, welcome. Is Omori alive? Where is Red? I don't know. This is not really Omori. This game is weird because it's a visual novel, but then we have a rogue RPG/rogue RPG exploration with personality quiz, which feels completely detached to the game. It's very weird. Also, we were talking about body pillows. The film's suspenseful scenes quickly captures Trang's attention, while Long attention... Okay, honestly, it's not a problem if you enter... You know what? At least in Italy, it's not a problem if you enter in a theater late. Because there are at least 20 minutes of ads. Like, you're going to the theater. Like, you're driving there, you take your time off, you invite someone to the theater. Okay, great, you go there, you buy tickets, you buy popcorn. Overpriced popcorns, to be clear. You enter in the theater, you enter in time, you sit down, and then you have 20 minutes of ads before the film. In a structured, I paid for the ticket and the overpriced popcorn. Do you realizing how stupid it sounds? I'm not paying to see 20 minutes of ads before my film. Ads are supposed to be a way for a user to pay for free. If I watch an ad on YouTube, I'm paying to watch the video with my time. But I already paid for the film, so why are ads? I cannot wrap my head around it. It's just stupid. And my rant over films is over. Okay, mostly ads over other films, but are still ads. Just come 20 minutes later. I think, yeah, that's a very smart choice. I would do that more often, maybe. Sources in Heaven 2. No. Here it's totally detached. The one to the side of the front can see shit. Yeah, I would not sit right in the front here. That's right. Just stream it or pirate it. Well, I'm not really a film watcher anyway, so it doesn't hit me that much. Doesn't affect me that much. Only once last year I went to watch a film with my mother. But only once, really. While Long attention was entirely on hers, terrifying jump scare made Trang gasp and instinctively grab his hand. Long was startled by the softness of her touch. Under the flickering light of the screen, her face was ethereal and lovely. The outside world melted away, and it was just the two of them in that quiet, cinematic moment. Long's heart beat a soft rhythm, and he felt a profound sense of peace. Suddenly, the lights flickered and went out. The chorus of worried whispers filled the darkness. Oh yeah, not creepy at all. I see. The last time I saw a movie on a theater, the rear row was usable without extra prices. Really good. Ah wait, the last rows were the deluxe ones, right? Huh. I never tried that. In the impenetrable gloom, many of the faces in the audience slowly reappeared pale, cold and emotionless, as if a shiver went down Long's spine. Were there ghosts in the audience too? He tightened his grip on Trang's hand, trying to keep his voice steady. Stay calm, hold my hand. I'll get out of this place. They fumbled through the darkness, step by careful step. Long's grip on Trang's hand was firm as he tried to steer them away from the spectral faces. But a chilling sensation made him flinch. The hand he held felt unnaturally cold. Oh no, he got the wrong hand. Oh no. It was thin and bony, nothing like Trang's soft hands. Trang, are you okay? Click. The lights came back on. Is this a jumpscare? No, not really. Long looked down. Instead of Trang, he was holding the hand of a ghost with a blood red. Why all ghosts have the open mouth like this? It's a little unsettling. His body froze. Absolute terror strangled his breath. He wanted to scream, to run, but he couldn't move. Long, help me! Oh, there was a voice here. Trang's desperate scream from above broke through his fear. He stumbled back, hurled the phantom hand away. Forgetting his fear, he scrambled over the seats and sprinted towards Trang. Okay, that's a big hand. At least it's not tentacles! A massive black taloned hand seized Trang's leg, dragging her into a cracking wall. Waifu, no! Demon Lord is coming for this game as well. Long grabbed her arm, pulling with all his might, but the hand was stronger, inching her closer to the inky void. In that moment of desperation, he remembered Lean Power. Barrier! He roared. Well, that's your second use, the third one and you're dead, so I don't think it's the wisest choice. Is it? A brilliant white circle of light erupted. The hand gripping Trang's leg instantly doesn't feel like it's grabbing the leg. It instantly burst into flames, and a horrible shriek echoed through the theater. The ghost thrashed violently, making the barrier shudder. Long gritted his teeth, testing blood, as he held the barrier steady. With a final ear-splitting shriek, the ghost exploded explosions into a cloud of black dust. Long hand went limp as his body collapsed. Trang rushed forward, catching him. Here it is, yeah, boom! Ghost go boom, catching him in her arms just before he hit the ground. And now we're here. Okay, we are here. As I said, this is just another game. I suppose this is used to make a pause from a scene to the other, but there is no pause from the scene to this one. I would have accepted even a simple fade out, the day's over, or something. Did I walk through the guy? I did, yeah. If you were a cat, what kind of life would you live? Pick a perfect spot to spend your weekend. Surrounded by nosy kids and cows, under a blanket unbothered, this one, wandering through a random alleyway, at the spa with good face mask. Obviously under a blanket, of course. Give me some pose. Dead. Okay, can we walk now? Feels like padding. Well, I don't mind those sections because on its own, it's in a way interesting, but there is no context for those one. Your alarm goes off. What's your move? Snooze 5 times. If someone else wake you gently, knock it off the table. Snooze 5 times. I only hit it once though. I'm pretty good at that. I only hit snooze a single time. I'm pretty good at waking up. Not really, okay. You reveal a reaction to being asked, what's wrong? Do I even know you? Cry softly while kids hand you candy. Nothing, lying in a secret. Nothing, but it's something. What question is this? Do I know you? I don't even know what I got. Cactus jacket? Anything else? Chime of Hollow Night, Hollow Bells. Sure. We may want to leave now. Aha! You wish! It's strange to see long not white. At least it's still not red. The only connection between the gameplay is you get a barrier skill. Well, I suppose it's a way. Another connection maybe is we are fighting spirits, but still there is zero sense between the two. Your most common reply in a group chat is a sticker with a crying baby who wants booba. Scene! Where even is this group going? I will go with a laughing sticker. Let's go. At this point I will just try to reach the exit, right? We won the cactus quest. I'm not changing armor then. Oh, come on. You're at a crowded party. You make an entrance, darling. Find a chair and blend into the wall. This is me. This is me. Maybe this one. Leave after 5 minutes and... No, because if I know the guy throwing the party, I would just blend into the wall. I'm not a social type. Well, yeah, I don't mind socializing. The problem is, I don't know how to socialize. That's different. That's different. What's your natural response to awkward silence? I just stay more silence. Make it a contact until the other breaks. Pretend you're invisible. Or go water a plant. I make eye contact until the other breaks. Let's go. Yeah, I suppose unless I'm with someone that I need to impress, or I don't know, outside with friends, I usually recently accepted to embrace the awkwardness. I just think, oh yeah, let's stay silent. We don't have a lot to talk about, let's stay silent, let's see if anyone brings anything up. I do it with my father and my brother often, since we talk... it's hard to find a discussion of arguments. With my... Depends. With my brother it's hard to remember what I wanted to tell him. With my father, sometimes I don't know what to talk about. I want this part on the parachain. What do you want especially? A random roguelike action walking around? Hype for the parachain. Long eyes fluttered open. He was back in the dreaming alleyway. This is different. Hi there. I've used the power you lent me twice now. If I use it one more time, will I be trapped here forever? She simply stepped closer, her dark eyes so deep and fathomless that Long felt he was being pulled into the heart of a boundless ocean. Stand up! Long took her hand. It was as soft as and smooth as silk. She helped She helped him to his feet. Choose a door. Any door you like. Do I get any hint or... The corridor stretched on forever, lined with doors of every shape and color. Long hand hovered, then settled on a pale blue door. He reached for the handle. The moment it clicked open, a blast of cold wind rushed out, carrying a lonely, keening wail. Beyond the threshold, a breathtaking vista unfolded. A sky stretched into an infinite night. A sea of clouds billowed like cotton, and far, far beneath, the world reduced to a pinpricks of lights. Okay, why does it matter? What's the point? It's so high. I sense a dread took hold of Long. His legs felt like lead. He turned to Lynn. She simply smiled without a word, gently took his hand, and pulled him, and they leaped into the heart of the night sky. They died. The end. Long changed facial expression. Ah, that's right. Why? Because it's a CG or how it's called, whatever. Does one of the door contain a goat? Only lions. One door has lions. The other one, it's the desert with burning fires. And the last one, you wake up in Antarctica. Classic old puzzle. Long squeezed his eyes shut, bracing for the sensation of freefall, but it never came. When Long opened his eyes, he was stunned to discover he was flying. They glided past clouds, suspended on the cold night wind that rustled through their hair. In that moment, Long was not only soaring through the air, but within his very soul. Feels wonderful, right? They both landed on a large cloud, stretching out next to each other. Long turned his head, looking at Lynn. Vo's hair formed a dark velvety contrast against the fluffy white cloud. It's a shame to carry the burdens of reality into a dream. A lot happened to me recently. Yeah, it's a long story, huh? Tell me everything. So I did. About exams and pressure. Exams? You're talking about exams when there are ghosts? Okay, about the horrors that unfolded, about his fear of failing to protect Trang. Lynn listened in silence, but her quiet presence conveyed a profound understanding. It was the kind of connection so many people spend a lifetime searching for, where a simple glance, a gentle smile, is enough to let two souls touch. Well, apart the fact they already kissed. We've flown together. Now, will you dare to fall with me? Before Long could comprehend their words, a sudden gale swept over them. The cloud they lay on dissolved into mist. He scrambled, losing his footing, his ability to fly vanishing. The wind screamed in his ears, and the star spun in a chaotic vortex. Lynn's hand found his, soft yet firm, his fear dissolved, replaced by a strange recklessness. He looked at Lynn, and every ounce of dread evaporated in her presence. Their eyes met, devoid of hesitation. Amidst the roaring wind and the roaring night, and the surreal upfalling rain, they saw only each other. Let's see if the game has falling damage. Yeah, falling damage. As in falling in love damage. The distance between them melted and their lips met. You were in a date right before with another girl. Choose one. The kiss was not rushed. It was slow, deep, as if they were trying to capture every last bit of warmth, every fleeting emotion. It was a kiss so profound that time and space seemed to stand still. Okay, I'm pretty sure I know how it ends, right? We wake up, returns to normal life. The girl is in danger again. It tries to save her without using the last barrier. At the end, he uses the last barrier, so he dies. And now he lives with his girl, because They kissed 2 times, so I suppose it has to end here, right? Takes 500 falling in love damage. That's a lot of damage. Long, are you cheating on me? Only with a Guardian of the Afterlife. What? Or even better, Long, are you cheating on me? Nah, in my dreams. No, doesn't sound as well, actually. I actually have a joke I'm planning to make on Respawn Banter about that in your dreams. It's a little complex to set up, though I cannot even explain. It can defeat Harold. Oh, level 1 Harold, though. Long and Lin found themselves on the ground, without knowing how. This street. Isn't this my street? Oh, what a coincidence. Doesn't look like my street. Yet the street was wrong. The trees on either side writhed like twisted serpents. Snake liar. Their branches curled and tangled like claws. Strange glowing creatures hovered in the air, shedding a ghostly light. Long gates darted towards Strength's house. Why are you worried about... Okay, you can be worried about someone without being in love with them, right? He froze, a feeling of... Or maybe he's in love, but he needs to choose right away. Okay, who forgot to spray and neuter their shotguns? Feels more like how is the anime? Madoka Magica? No, Madoka Magica maybe? Was it Madoka Magica, the one with the dungeons with the witches inside, where there was a different art style and a complete psychotic mess? Yeah, it was. Above, a swirling crimson vortex churned with clouds and lightning. That's the Eye of Heart. And why it's above Heart then? They were once guardians of the land, but this one has been corrupted into a malevolent deity. It must have been haunting Trang since she prayed at that old shrine. This game is telling us praying is wrong. Can the power you lent me deal with it? It can, but it's risky. If you run out of strength halfway, you're dead. I would be dead anyway if I cast the barrier a third time, right? The closer they got to Trang's house, the heavier the invisible pressure from the monster became, making every step a monumental effort. Are you fine, Trang? Long body went rigid, his legs trembling uncontrollably before the towering mountain-like form. It can see us. We're in the dream realm. You'll have to return to reality to face it. Can you send me back? Trang is not your beloved. Why risk your life for her? Oh, Lin is jealous. Lin is jealous. I don't know, it's just, if I abandon her, I'd never forgive myself. What about me? If you die beneath the phantom claws, Trang might lose a friend for a lifetime. But I will lose you for eternity. I will remain here, forever alone in the solitary dream corridor. Long fell silent, his eyes reflecting a deep conflict. What do you mean? I thought when I die I would... Oh wait, no, okay. Yeah, it's different I suppose, because when I run out of the 3 uses of the barrier, I will be permanently stuck with her, which I don't think it's that bad in this scenario, I suppose. But now she's saying that if I stop casting midway, he will die, but without staying with her. That feels a little arbitrary. This is very arbitrary because casting the barrier 3 times kills him. Stopping midway casting kills him. But in the first case, he stays with her. In the second one, he doesn't. Why? How? I don't get it. Maybe if he stops midway, the monster will kill him, and not even kill him, more like demolish his soul. So that would explain it, but it's not explaining it anyway. Lynn took a slow, deliberate step, her white dress rustling softly in the ethereal night wind. She stopped right in front of him, her hand gently lifting his chin. I don't want to let you go, but I won't force you to stay. I just like things to happen naturally. Lynn placed a hand on Long's chest and gave a gentle push. Yet, Long felt a powerful force hurl him away. A door of light materialized behind him. He was thrown through the door, and everything went black. Let me guess? Dungeon! Sure. What kind of food makes you feel most like yourself? Any good food, actually. Pizza, maybe? Fancy charcuterie board? Snacks from a gas station? This one is not bad, actually. Microwave leftovers? Warm soup that someone else feeds you. Being fed? Ah, interesting. I would go... The snacks are not bad, but I will go with charcuterie. Dead. I want to read chat. It's fine. The cutlery board. It's the one where they give you a lot of different foods, right? Like ham and cheese, right? I didn't eat a lot of it, but yeah, I would definitely eat more of that. Someone calls your name from the other room. You ignore them, il becco out, pick around the corner, then disappear. Gracefully walk over and nod. Yeah, that's me. You're dead. Making a supernatural story alone is hard. But they were not alone. They probably were with ChatGPT, right? At least that's my impression so far. Not completely, but I cannot really recognize writing, but some ideas were a little suspicious, or some sentences were a little suspicious. Which time of weather describes your vibe? Golden hour with soft jets, windy and unpredictable, sunny but chaotic, overcast and quiet. Oh yeah, the chilly evening. Let's go. Charcuterie, assorted meat, cheese. Okay, yeah, that's one. That's one. And dressings. I'm already dressed up, thanks. I don't need other clothes. Your French is bad. I know, I'm not French. Wait, what is this? Chest on the wall. Okay. I know my French is bad because I'm not French. I think that explains it. This is a loading screen. I wonder what it's loading. Oh, prison. Let me check. Oh, 6 attack, let's go. I lose magic defense, but I'm full health, so I don't think it's a problem. It is getting more labyrinthic. Your friend cries while watching a sad movie. You? Quite random tissues? Take a cute selfie with the tears? Check your GPS in case you need to escape? Hug them while the other people hug you too? Yeah, group hug! Let's go everyone! And the guy's dead. There's no use in the skill with that uses TP though. Pick a red flag you're most likely to ignore. If she's cute, any of those. The reply K to every message? No, I would not. Okay, I would not ignore this one because I don't know. In messages I really like to have a discussion about talking, not just me saying stuff. Also because I'm not good at talking. So if I don't talk and she doesn't talk, we're not going anywhere. So it's not like I would not ignore it. More like if I ignore it, we will not end anywhere. Nothing happens. They were matching outfits with their pet. Okay, that's cringe. That's cringe. I would not ignore this one. They live in a cave for vibes. What the hell does it even mean? No, it means she's queer, I suppose. I too dumb, but... And they call it 70 times a day. Okay, this is the underrated behavior. I would ignore the living in a cave for vibes, I suppose. Better than the others, definitely. For vibes. Well, again, better than calling me 17 times. Did it even come from the other way? How do you respond to compliments? Silence, internal panic. That's me, that's me. Or smile and trip over your own foot. Maybe this one is closer. Yeah, I love compliments, but I always feel awkward. Like, I don't know how to respond to them. Like, I like receiving compliments, but I don't know how to handle them. That's weird. I internally cringe because I don't know how to answer with them, and I just go like, oh, thanks, makes me happy, or something. Someone touches your hair without asking. You kill them! Let them vanish for 6 days. Leave the room immediately. Where's the option slash them with your hand? Leave the room immediately. Here. Well, if you get your awesome... Oh, thanks, Michael. Oh, it's fine, thanks. I appreciate it. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, maybe I should have just booked for the exit. Did lava fall on top of it? Oh well. Yeah, I should have went for the exit. Ah! I still don't need potions. Ah, we are back again. Here it is, no! I like the quizzes though. Ah, too bad. No! We are not having quizzes today. We are just winning, son. Stage clear. Deep deliberation. I still don't get what it's loading here. Wait, what if it's connecting to ChatGPT to get my answers? Wait, that would be cool actually, but I don't think it's the case. Face wall sleeper cat. You don't care. Word? No. Peace? Yes. They call your name? Tail flick. You're busy dreaming of the bond she can fit. I think that would be me. Okay. Long jolted away. Okay, so we're returning to the visual novel part. Huh. Stage clear. Long. Sad. Well, it's not sad because it's like another story. It's disconnected in a way. Long jolted awake. His breath coming in ragged gasps. He was in Trang's room. Huh. Why am I here? Okay, what is this? What is this? What is this exactly on the thing near the bed? Trang was at its side, her expression etched with worry. You're finally awake. Wait, this is another... that's another face. You passed out at the movie theater. I brought you back here. Do you have any idea how scared I was? How did you bring him back here? You lifted him all the way here? Before he could answer, a sight at the window stole the air from his lungs. A massive crimson eye stared back, its unblinking gaze a well of pure malevolence. It's preparing to attack! Trang, run! Trang whipped her head toward the window, but saw only the stillness of the night, the glass reflecting her own frightened face. Long, what's wrong with you? There's nothing out here. You're scaring me. Suddenly the house began to tremble. Long was the only one who could see the Eye of Art in action, its hundred of arachnids' legs clutching the house, clinging to it as if trying to engulf the entire structure. The green walls of the room began to darken, and from the growing black splotches, spectral hands reached out, grasping at anything they could seize. Without hesitation, Long leaped out of the room. Wow, this is set a little yeah. I think it's a bug in the system. He swallowed hard, his gaze shifting from the behemoth to his own trembling pulse. That was scarier from the inside. Also, where did you see the eye? The Eye of Art shifted its gaze to him, and from its colossal form, a single spear-like tentacle shot towards with breathtaking speed. Oh! Oh! He has another sprite! Barrier! Long roar. Right now? You will die then. Light flared, walls of shimmering force rising around him just as the spear struck. The point stopped a hairbreadth from his brow. The barrier spread, encircling Trang home, caging the beast within. The Eye of Art lived up to its malevolent reputation, firing pitch-black spears that struck the shimmering light shields, cracking them into a fractured web. Disgusting. His palms are sweaty, his weak arm are heavy, there's a giant bug in his house already, tentacle spaghetti. Please, no, don't bring in the tentacles, please. Long hand tore open, blood gushing forth. He gritted his teeth, clenching his palm even tighter. Death held no fear for him in this moment, but saving Trang was an unyielding imperative. A final crashing blow came. With a sickening crack, Long wrist snapped backwards. He cried out, a strangled roar of agony, but seized his broken wrist with the other hand, forcing it straight. He pressed the barrier tighter. The eye shrieked, then shut up out, exploding into a storm of black dust that swallowed the entire neighborhood. That was easy. The house fell silent once more. Trang stood on the porch. That was very fast for the final boss, huh? Boom! Let's explode the bugs, please. Staring at Long lying on the ground, to where he had simply been wrestling with empty air, battering a phantasm only he could perceive. So he died while others thought he was crazy. Great. That was the most anticlimactic final battle ever. Yeah, it ended up real quick. It should have ended with a fight. He just came out, used the barrier, and he won. Okay, there was a moment, I got hurt, I need to continue, and he won. Again, there is the detachment from the gameplay. Again, would have been very cool, a boss fight! Could you imagine a boss fight against a guy? No. Even if it's an auto battle. An auto battle against a guy would have been cool anyway. Better than this. Oh no. We got a waifu Russian roulette. Let's go. First, let me go. Okay. Let's go with the waifu Russian roulette. He's your boss. Okay, it works. Hoping my reputation. I don't care. Okay, let's go. Waifu time. Okay, it's a Yanfei cosplay, but it's a real one, so doesn't count. So we go with the next one. Oh, look at this! Look at this! It's Kurisu blushing! Oh! Where are you, Kurisu? Come here! Look at her blushing! Isn't that face the face of utter adorableness? Look at that! Look at that! Oh! The faint blush on the cheeks is just another word of happiness. I cannot zoom it, unfortunately, but I think it's very visible. Yes. This was not spicy, but I don't care. This was incredible. Pretty peak, if I could say so. Maybe now it happens something and the real final boss battle will start. I don't think so, because we didn't have a boss fight in any sort of visual novel segment. We got visual novel and then exploration. Visual novel, exploration. No boss fight related anything anyway. Which reputation? Oh, come on. Come on. I have a reputation of having waifus, so that's a sort of reputation, right? Maybe my reputation is just not having a reputation, which is a reputation on its own, huh? Yeah, and enemies in the RPG battle had zero context, so at least having a battle with context would have been something. When opened his eyes, Long was back in the dream corridor. Pale lights floated through the air. He rose slowly. Okay, the music returned because I focused the window. It's not game fault. A figure emerged from the mist. He looked up and saw Lynn standing there, a gentle smile on her lips. Welcome back. So, Trang is safe now? Long smiled. It's all thanks to you. I'll be staying here with you now, right? Actually, only you will be staying here, taking my place. Oh, we got a plot twist. Oh, she was evil! Her words were a cold wind sweeping through the hall. The motes of light flickered and died, and a terrifying silence descended. The chill seeped into the skin, transforming the luminous space into a bleak, desolate place. Taking your place? What do you mean? I knew it, you did, huh? The power of the gatekeeper can only be passed to another who accepts it willingly. Like Fadzei, no. I've been waiting for this chance for a long time. Long. That's the name. He studied her in silence, then lifted his gaze with steady resolve. It's okay. This solitude has burdened you for an age. It's time for you to be free, Lit. I understand. Lean breath caught in her throat. Her brow furrowed, then she threw her head back and laughed, a loud, clear peal of sound. What a twist! Well, it's not that bad. It's weird though that she's now acting evil a while before they kissed. She had no reason to kiss him since... No, the opposite actually. She had no reason to make him affectionate towards her. Because she wanted him to save the other girl. Also, Long is way too chill. Well, because it doesn't have a lot of personality, to be honest. You have no idea how funny your face looks right now. She turned her back and snapped her fingers. A white door shimmered into existence behind Long. Walk through the door and you return to the real world. Everything that happened here will be nothing more than a dream. But what about our promise? Wait. So, she can return him back to the world, I see. So she lied. She said, if you use the barrier 3 times, you will die for good. But didn't say she could return him back. Makes sense she lied because she was trying to trick him into taking a role. But then why not like more? Like, she could have just said, oh yeah, use the barrier how many times you want. Here, then you won. No, maybe... No, because he had to know he would ended up here willingly, right? For whatever it means. I don't know. I think it's fine. Because, yeah, she can return him back. Because she's like that something. Though, maybe he didn't wonder why she couldn't return him back after using 3 barriers. Huh. If you hesitate any longer, I can't guarantee I won't change my mind. This is your only chance. I'm not leaving. I'll give you my word. Lynn didn't answer. Instead, she turned and embraced him tightly, a crushing hug that nearly suffocated him. He felt her soft raven hair, her warm floral-scented skin, a hot tear that fell upon his cheek, and her voice, a choked whisper in his ear. The only ties I cherish are those that, like wildflowers, bloom without being forced. The one we chose was strength. Go back to her. He had no time to explain. Lynn used both hands to push him towards the white door. Light engulfed him. Didn't you want to return to to leave your job? Now you... Okay, she appreciated his kindness, I suppose? But it's a little too fast change, right? Because she was suddenly with an evil face saying, I tricked you, now you will take my place. And he said, oh, sure, do it. And he suddenly, oh no, no, you can return. I want to say, no, turn back. That's a little too strong change of idea here. There should have been at least a more deep and sentimental, emotive moment between them. Not just there was some emotions there, but not enough to just justify a very swift change of idea. In that final fitting second, Long tried to look into Lynn's eyes, but a dark curtain of her hair billowed up, concealing her face from view. Long eyes fluttered open. The gentle morning light poured through the hospital window. Beside his bed, Trang held a book in her hand. Her gaze, however, refused to meet his as he turned to look at her. The doctor said you just fainted from exhaustion. You scared me to death, but there are so many things about you that I don't understand. Long was going to say something, but the distance in Lang's eyes stopped him. How could he explain that he fought phantoms to save her? He was the only one who saw them. There were no words. But she was grabbed in the cinema. Also, she heard a ghost in the night. In the days that followed, the distance between them grew. They spoke less. Then came the university entrance exam. Trang was accepted to a school in another city. They quietly went their separate ways, never speaking of what happened. In the years that followed, Long lived a quiet, ordinary life. Yet in dreams, a vision would sometime return to him. A girl in flowing white, her raven hair drifting as she passed. He would run after her, breathless, reaching out, but always, just as he neared, her figure dissolved into nothingness. Had I once touched the edge of a love eternal, only to lose it? The sorrow lingered. Yeah, I gotta be honest, I appreciate this part because there's a little melancholy here that's not really... Not really too common. I still don't agree with what happened in the dream where she pushed him back in the real world just to not get with the other girl. The sorrow lingered, like a shadow cast over every step he took until the end of his days. Oh, I saw the guy. Is it over or... Ha! We got a sad ending. Well, the only ending, I suppose. Yeah, it's over like this. No boss. I have a lot of things to say about this game. It's some chaos. There's some chaos. So let me try to make some order. First, the story. The story, I think it had an interesting concept of being able to see demons and also having a love relationship with someone in the other plane, in the plane of death, with actual gatekeeper of death or whatever she was. Though the start and the end really was too much. Like the start, it started right away with the protagonist randomly dying on the stairs and randomly having another girl trying to trick him right away. There was too much things at the start, and also at the start there wasn't really set up baseline for anything. There was the ghost threatening the other girl, but didn't feel like a long threat. Didn't feel like there was a story going somewhere. There were things happening most of the time, to be honest. The main act was him dreaming to get the barrier. That was I feel like the only relevant plot part. And the end. And the ending, like, I suppose not every story can end well, but didn't strike me as very thought out. Because, again, he loves her. He kissed her. But she still pushed him back to the other girl. He wasn't interested in. He just saved her. That's it. And also, she tricked him, but not really. Because she tricked him, but when he said, oh, sure, it's fine, she just changed the idea. I don't know, the story is a little rough in a lot of parts. Also the gameplay. You can completely cut out every sort of gameplay in this game. You can cut out the exploration, and this would be the same game. The exploration had no sense in this game. Zero sense. Not even a boss fight, not even a link. It only happens when you wake up and start to dream. But there is no explanation why we end up here. Not even a transition. Nothing. And when we fight something in the visual novel part, no battle. Because it feels like there is a game here and a game here and they mesh together at the end. Not even mesh. They put two games in the same game, intervaled by one after another. About the I won't say much about the art style. We already talked about AI. Lin is the only one who seems to have a final realization. Long is a passive character as the calm, and Trang is just a generic damsel in distress. At least I appreciate Trang and Lin have some sort of character. Though the protagonist doesn't have any. That's unfortunate, but at least there is some character in two of them, in 2 out of 3. Except the one without it is the protagonist. Something else? Well, I kinda enjoyed the main structure of the gameplay exploration part. Though after the first floors it became impossible to lose, right? You do too much damage. Also, there is not really a lot of gameplay. You just grab items, equip them, and auto-win. I liked a lot the personality test in battles. It was very original, though, as I said before, it makes no sense. Like, again, it's cool having a battle with the personality test, but doesn't matter what you press, right? Or if it matters, it doesn't show. So it feels like makes no sense. I like them a lot, but I feel like they were completely randomly there. I would have enjoyed them in other places, or even better, I would make that the choices doing the personality test in battle had different effects. One did more damage, one did something else, I don't know. It's hard to balance though, because the player should answer how they feel. But yeah, that's... I think if by solving that problem you can have a very interesting battle system. Cats in the afterlife are awesome. Why so? Oh, thanks for the follow, Master. Welcome. Oh, I see. It's the dev, I see. I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. Especially the developer, hoping I didn't feel too much insulted, but I always try to express what I think, trying to add like a little grain of sugar, very little, almost none, but more than others, I promise. There are others that don't spare even a single grain of sugar. I want meme demon cats in the afterlife. Why not demon girls straight away, huh? Okay. That's everything for today. I don't know if I have anything else to add. Though I think... Yeah, the only positive thing I thought... the positive things I thought is at least the characterization of hair is not really flat, it does something. And yeah, this game just feels like a random things put around. We have the visual novel randomly put with another gameplay. And even the story, we have random events happening one after another, except getting the barrier and the ending. At least there is some link between them of being able to see the undead, but... I don't know, honestly. Story-wise, I'm not the most experienced one. But at least that's what I feel. Okay, that's everything for today. That was a pleasure to stream this Critipedia. It's always interesting to do Critipedia stuff. Let's see. And for ending, we can raid. Let's see. We can raid Meridai playing Jump King. Meridai loves Jump King, huh? Or hates it, depends. Okay, so next week, instead of streaming Critipedia, we're gonna stream... I think I plan to stream RPG Maker horror games from itch.io. Because we are near Halloween, so I think it fits pretty well. Otherwise, apart from that, we're gonna stream Hollow Knight this Friday and Sunday at the same hour. It all continues. I need to decide what to do on Halloween, because there should be a Hollow Knight stream, right? What's on Halloween? Yeah, it's Hollow Knight on Hollow Knight. We could do Hollow Knight on Hollow Knight, you know. Alright, thanks a lot for coming by then. And we'll see ya whenever happens.